Hi there, hello, and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat. I have just spent the last week at camp, and it has been awesome. I feel like every year I come back from camp and I tell everybody about how great it is. I mean, we play crazy games.
Okay, I need two from this side. I need two off.
We're in some of the most beautiful country in the world. And the time spent with God, unbelievable. There's something about camp that just lets you experience His presence like few other places can. But we're only there for a week. 1 week. 1 week to get all of God that you can. And then it's back in the vans and driving 6 hours home. But is that right? Do we only get 1 week to experience God? Or does He actually want us to take what He was doing here at camp and take it with us? Does He actually want to keep doing things in our lives even when we're back at home? Is camp just the God version of the opening song of Phineas and Ferb?
There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it.
Or does He actually want to keep doing things in our lives even when we're not at camp anymore? Is there more? Does an empty altar mean an empty God life? In 2 Kings chapter 8, we're reintroduced to someone that we met way back in 2 Kings chapter 4, a Shunammite woman. Now, if you remember, she used to take care of Elisha whenever his ministry would bring him into her community. To honor her for this, God blessed her and her husband with a child. Then, when he was a little boy, he got sick and he died. But God continued to bless her because He sent Elisha, who raised the little boy, back from the dead. Now that's an exciting time at camp. Then Elisha leaves, the story moves on, and we don't hear any more about her. Was that it? Was that all she gets? I mean, that's cool and amazing and all, but is it done now? Nope. We are brought back around to her again in 2 Kings chapter 8, verses 1 through 6. Now Elisha said to the woman whose son he had restored to life, "Go away with your family and stay for a while wherever you can, because the Lord has decreed a famine in the land that will last 7 years." The woman proceeded to do as the man of God said. She and her family went away and stayed in the land of the Philistines 7 years. At the end of the 7 years, she came back from the land of the Philistines and went to appeal to the king for her house and land. The king was talking to Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, and had said, "Tell me about all the great things Elisha has done." Just as Gehazi was telling the king how Elisha had restored the dead to life, the woman whose son Elisha had brought back to life came to appeal to the king for her house and land. Gehazi said, "This is the woman, my lord the king, and this is her son, whom Elisha restored to life." The king asked the woman about it, and she told him. Then he assigned an official to her case and said to him, "Give back everything that belonged to her, including all the income from her land from the day she left the country until now." Here's what's cool. She had a great moment with God, a great memory, and even a great son to bless her and remind her of what God had done in her life. But He wasn't done yet. First, He continued that relationship by saving her and her family from a famine. Then, when she came back, it looked like she had lost everything. But because of her relationship with God and the experience she had had with Him before, it was all restored to her. And what's more, God used those previous moments in her life to introduce Himself to someone else, the new king of Israel. God didn't just work in her life once, but He continued to work in her life, often by bringing up what He had done before and building on it some more. You see, God doesn't just want to be a moment. He's not just a night at the altar or a week at camp or a prayer whispered through tears one time many years ago. He wants to be active in your entire life. What he does at camp is meant to go back home with you. What he does at church is meant to be taken into the streets, the schools, the workplace. He's not a one-time God or a one-place God or a one-experience God. He is a God for your entire life. Have you ever had an incredible moment with God? Maybe it was at a camp like this one, or a church service, or sometime at home. God didn't give you that moment just for then. He wants to impact your whole being. The same God who is at camp is also at home. Today, let's stop and ask him to reveal himself to us again, to show us what he's done in the past can be relevant for today, to help us remember and then live. God is more than camp. He's life. Thanks for joining us today for Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana, and right now at Glacier Bible Camp near Glacier National Park. We have services every Sunday at 10 o'clock, and we would love to see you there. You can also find us online at summitchurchmt.com, and we're on Facebook and YouTube at Summit Church MT. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kidsmen. Give us a like, a comment, share, subscribe, all of those fun things. And we would love to join you every week right here on Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.
I've been born again.